G'day guys, how's it going? My name is AussieTash. I have been challenged by some of my friends and members on Discord to take the Canadian citizenship test. Really looking forward to seeing what I've learned and testing my knowledge of Canada. Let's get into it. So I've gone to citizenshipsupport.ca to take on a free simulated Canadian citizenship test. Let's jump onto it. Here it is, guys. If you want to do it, if you want to complete the online training program, it's $39 Canadian for the Canadian citizenship test, or you go down here and you do the official test. Let's go. All right. Simulation of the official Canadian citizenship test. Okay. As in the official test, you're allowed to review your answers and change within 30 minutes. Okay. Time left, here we go, 29:28. All right, question 1. What are the 3 main groups of the Aboriginal people? Okay, you guys use the words First Nations. Metris and Inuit, that sounds pretty familiar. Oh, no, I think you use the word First Nation over early settlers, don't you? It's not going to be the French, English, and the First Nations. I'm a little bit stumped here. Oh, this is a little bit interesting. Let's go with the first one. Okay. Confirm submission. Next question. Who is John Buchan? A popular Governor-General of Canada, a famous Canadian general, a victorious Canadian Army general, one of the fathers of the Federation. Oh, gosh. I have no idea. A famous Governor General. Man, I wouldn't even know the name of one Australian Governor General. Like a male, a female, not even one. I don't even know who the current Governor General is. Gosh, if they have these sort of questions in the Australian test, I'm in trouble. All right, let's just go with it. Let's just go with that one. All right. A popular Governor General of Canada. Okay. Confirm submission. Next question. When did the House of Commons recognise that the Quebecians form a nation within a united Canada? Oh, gosh. I don't know. That sounds like it's a pretty modern thing, isn't it? So modern. So I think you could squash out 1972, 1986, 2001, 2006. It sounds like it's a pretty modern thing. How long's Trudeau been around for? This is his 3rd or 4th term, isn't it? So I don't even think he was around back in 2006. All right, let's just go with 2006. Okay, submit. Next question. Okay, who is Marjorie Turner Bailey? I think I have seen a Heritage Minutes episode on Marjorie Turner Bailey. From memory, she was an athlete. I'm not quite too sure. Track and field, maybe? Not quite too sure. The first Canadian female athlete? Oh. The first woman to become Prime Minister. Oh, wow. Have you guys had a female Prime Minister? We've had one. Her name was Julia Gillard. All right, I'm pretty sure she was an Olympian. Oh, a black loyalist. All right. Maybe that rings a bell from a Heritage Minutes episode. Okay, confirm submission. Next question. Oh, when did English settlement begin in Canada? Oh, gosh. I've got no idea. I'm guessing, like, you guys had the war. You had the war of, 1812. Were you there a couple of years before that? Maybe you were. I really have no idea. Like I said, Australia, I've always said Australia, we're very, very young. Our history doesn't date back, 1610, 1497. 1497, I reckon that's a little bit too, yeah. Let's go 1610, all right, because I really don't have any idea. Confirm. Next question. Ooh. Who established the first European settlements? Oh, gosh. Okay, I think we can rule out the Spanish and the Irish. The Irish did come over. There's a lot of Irish in, is it Quebec still? Um, the French and the English. Now, you guys were just fighting each other or fighting against the Americans, and there was the whole thing in the 1812 where the Canadians and the English burnt down the White House. Who actually did it? We don't know, but yeah, there was a whole lot of stuff going on back then. Oh gosh. Oh, I don't really. It's definitely the English or the French. Yeah, you can definitely rule out the Irish and the Spanish here. 100%. Yeah. Oh, gosh. Let's do the French. Let's do the French. Confirm submission. Next question. Oh. Who passed the Quebec Act of 1774? I don't know. 1774? Wow. You guys had like a parliament and stuff back then, eh? Wow. We didn't really have any of that until like 1901 or something. Like I said, I don't think I do very well at the Australian citizenship test, I'll tell you now. Because it's the Quebec Act, that makes me sound like it's French, So the Quebec Parliament, maybe? Canadian Parliament? The British Parliament? Oh, man. Okay, hold on. Oh, I don't know. Did Canada have a full parliament in 1774? The British? Oh, I don't know. Oh. Let's do the British. The British might have had a bit more power play back then. Not quite too sure. Let's just go with the British. Okay, confirm submission. Next question. Okay. Oh. Which act granted to the Canadas for the first time legislative assemblies elected by the people? I've got no idea. I really have no idea. Guys, I'd have to do this if I wanted to become a Canadian citizen. Wow. Do you learn this stuff in school? Man, there must be some big practice book you have to practice, and learn. Really, really read and learn. Look, I really have no idea. I'm just going to go match up the words here. Let's just match legislative act with legislative here. Let's just go with that one. That's just 100% a guess, man. Remember question 8. If I get that right, I've completely winged that one. Okay. Confirm submission. Next question. Okay. Who was Lieutenant Colonel John Graves Simcoe? Man, the only Lieutenant Colonel I know is Colonel Sanders. That's it. I'm sorry. That's it. Oh, I think we've got Lieutenant Colonel Peter Cosgrove in Australia. He may have been a Governor General. He might be the Governor General. His name just sounds really familiar now. So there you go. I thought I didn't know any colonels. Well, obviously Colonel Sanders. We all know Colonel Sanders. Peter Cosgrove. He's a Lieutenant Colonel in Australia from the news and stuff. He might even be the Governor General. Don't know. All right. I really have no idea. Lower Canada's first Lieutenant Governor and founder of the city of Ottawa. Okay, Ottawa's the capital of Canada. The capital city of Canada. Let's just go with that one. Ottawa's in Ontario. Let's just go with that one. That's my logic behind that one. Okay. When did the British Parliament abolish slavery throughout the empire? Okay, so the British Parliament. So the British Parliament were in control of Canada when slavery was abolished. All right, okay. There you go. So I'm thinking, well, it would have been, was that before? Obviously, it would have been before America, right? Because there was the Underground Railway and people were escaping America to Canada, yeah? I know the American president, Lincoln, he abolished slavery down the track, didn't he? But I'm not really quite too sure. 1793. Oh, maybe not then. Maybe that's a little bit too early, hey. I'm trying to even remember when Lincoln was assassinated, but gosh. I live in Australia. I don't know when Lincoln was assassinated. I think it was like that. It was like at a theatre or something. We know it was John Wilkes Booth, and he was at a theatre watching opera or something. But I don't know what year it was or anything like that. I have got no idea. We haven't had any prime ministers assassinated in Australia. We had one that went for a swim and never come back. He went missing. Harold Holt, like, I don't know when it was. I think it was in the 50s or the 60s or something. He went for a swim. He used to go for a swim every day. And one day he went for a swim and he just never come back. There was heaps of, what happened to him. Was he taken by Russians? Was he taken by the Japanese? Mate, he went for a swim in Bondi. He was eaten by a shark. Case closed. All right, okay. I really don't know. Let's just go with 1833. That sounds cool. All right. Confirm submission. Next question. All right. We are halfway through the quiz with 18 minutes and 18 seconds to go. Wow, this is pretty deep, this quiz, I'm telling you. I'm really interested to take the Australian one now and see how I go with that. I don't even know how many questions we have in our quiz. I've got no idea. I'm guessing our quiz would probably have a lot of things to do with England and, when they settled here and stuff like that. Man, and Captain James Cook and all that. I'm really, really rusty on that stuff, so I pretty much have no idea at all, I don't reckon. I reckon I wouldn't do well at all. Okay. Next question. All right. Name 3 fathers of the Confederation. Oh, wow. I have no idea. The only name that is familiar to me here is Sir John A. Macdonald. He was your first Prime Minister. And I remember that from a few videos I've seen. The most recent one was, and this is one of the coolest things about your Prime Minister, and here's a fact about Sir John A. Macdonald. Yes, he was your first Prime Minister. Well, I hope he was. Secondly, he actually proclaimed cricket, as in our national sport, to be Canada's very first national sport. So that's pretty cool. Yes, I'm pretty sure, I'm 99.9% sure that he was your first Prime Minister from a video that I've just reacted to just recently. It hasn't dropped yet, but yes. All right. So if he was a founding father of the Confederation, would he be allowed to be Prime Minister? I don't know. I don't know how it works. I know, the people that signed the thing on the America, what it was, the Constitution, all those founding fathers, were any of them presidents? I don't know. I really don't know how any of that works. You'd reckon there'd be like a French person there, a French name and stuff like that. I really have no idea. I'm going to go with saying, I don't think if you're a Prime Minister, you'd be a father of the Confederation. I don't think you would. That doesn't make any sense. Or I really don't know. I don't know how it works. So let's just rule him out because, I just don't. Yeah, let's just rule him out. Let's go with this one. Let's go with 1, 2, 3, 4. A, B, C, D. Let's go with D. All right. Confirm submission. Next question. All right. Which phrase embedded the vision of the dominant of Canada? I don't know. I don't know. Is this to do with your national anthem? Or, I don't know. Oh, Canada, my home, my native land. That sounds cool. Oh, hold on. Shouldn't I link up these 2 words together? Yeah. All right. Let's link up these 2 words. Oh, Canada, my home and native land. That sounds really cool. The land of the free and strong. That sounds like something we've got in our national anthem. What is our national anthem? for we are one and free. Yeah, we just changed our words not long ago. Let's link up these words like I said. So we'll just go with B. That's my logic behind that answer. Confirm submission. Oh, okay. All right. I've learned a bit about your money. You have polygram notes like ours, not monopoly money like they call it in other countries with the braille indents, and you have famous people on yours. Famous, you have famous Canadians, we have famous Australians. Sir John Alexander MacDonald, your first Prime Minister. I'm 100%, 99% sure he's your first Prime Minister. And from memory, he's on your $10 bill. So we'll go with that one. Confirm. Next question. Oh, okay. I've seen a whole video on this. What made it possible for immigrants to settle in Western Canada? Yeah, I've seen a whole video on this, I'm pretty sure. Oh, no. They're stumping me here big time. Okay. You can rule out the completion of the Port of Vancouver. That's not it. The giving of free land to the new settlers. No. This is what's going to stump me, hey? Because is it the Canadian National Railway or the Canadian Pacific Railway? Oh, no. That's cruel, man. That is really, really tricky. Oh, gosh. I remember watching the video on it. It was really, really cool. Oh. Pacific Railway, that rings a bell more than the National Railway. So we'll confirm submission and we'll go to the next question. What? Oh, okay. I completely read that wrong in my head. When were the Canada and Quebec pension plan devised? Oh gosh, a pension plan? Mate. Pensions are relatively, well, not new, but I don't think there'll be a pension in 1927 and 1940. 1970 to 1965, is that around Pierre Trudeau sort of time? It might be, hey. Back in the 60s and the 70s, Canada were doing things. They were doing things with a country that America didn't like. Pierre Trudeau was involved in this. We're not going to talk about that country. They were free. They were doing a lot of things that, other countries wouldn't do. I reckon it's between 65 and 1970. Oh, look. I don't really know. A lot of things happened in the 60s. Maybe Canada could have devised a pension plan. Yeah. I mean, cool things happened in the 60s. A man went to the moon. Okay. I think it's 1965. Let's go with that. Okay. Confirm submission. Next question. Oh, what is the La Francophonic? Okay, you know what? I am familiar with this term, from a recent video that I've reviewed. Guys reacted to. I haven't posted it yet. You guys haven't seen it yet, but it rings a bell for A or C. An International Association of French-Speaking Countries. Confirm submission. Next question. Oh my gosh. Okay, we are a shoo-in for question 17. We're at least going to get one question right. Why is Terry Fox a Canadian national hero? Oh my gosh, let's just reflect on how cool this question is. If Australia was to have a question about, a famous Australian on our citizenship test, it would have to be Steve Irwin, the crocodile hunter himself. May he rest in peace. All right. Okay. He inspired people to contribute money for Cancer Foundation. Yes, that's it. We'll just go through the rest very quickly. He was the greatest hockey player of all time. No, I think that's Wayne Gretzky. I think if you ask any Canadian, they'd say Wayne Gretzky, wouldn't they? Or Tim Horton, maybe. Not quite too sure. he become the first elected president of Canada. Do you guys ever have an elected president? You guys only had prime ministers like us, didn't you? All right, okay, we'll confirm that one. Next question. Okay. What are the responsibilities of the federal government? Well, you guys are like Australia, like you guys are under the Commonwealth. King Charles is your head of state, but they don't run the show. They don't govern our country. They don't make our laws and stuff like that. I'd say it would be matters of national and international concerns. Absolutely. Absolutely, 100%. Matters of national concerns, matters of international concerns, matters of provincial concerns. No, it's national and international, 100%. Let's lock that one in. Confirm submission. Okay. Who has the right to vote in a federal election? A Canadian citizen at least 18 years old on voting day and on the voting list. That is exactly the same as how it works here in Australia. Whether it's a Commonwealth thing, I'm not quite too sure, but that's how it works in Australia. When we have a federal election, everyone, if you're over 18, you have to be enrolled on that and you have to vote. If you don't vote in Australia, you get fined. Not just for federal elections, but for local elections, for state elections as well. Oh my gosh. So yeah, you guys look like you're the same as how we govern it here in Australia. Did you guys have any elections during COVID? In Queensland, we had an election during lockdown, COVID, and in Australia, we also had a federal election during lockdown time. Absolutely crazy. There was a whole telephone thing, or you could rock up, in small little groups. You had to wear masks. It was just nuts. And if you didn't go, they'd fine you, no matter what, even if you had COVID, because, there was the whole phone option sort of thing. But yeah, okay, let's just go with number A. Number A. My gosh. Okay, we've got 7 minutes to go. Confirm submission. One more question. Where do the majority of Canadians live? In rural areas? No, I wouldn't think so. In small towns? No, it's a majority. In cities? Along the East Coast. Okay, when you talk about cities, right, you're not just talking about like the capital cities of each province, Other places are cities. They don't just have to be the capital cities. So that sort of goes, yeah, okay, it's possibly the cities. Along the East Coast, well, like I said, I've been playing GeoGuessr Canada a bit lately. There's a live stream coming next week, but I'm not doing too good. So I don't really know what falls on the East Coast of Canada. I don't really know my maps really, really well. Like I said, I've got to practice all through this week before I go live with GeoGuessr. I'm going to say in cities. Okay, let's go with in cities. All right. That was question 20 of 20. Confirmed submission. All right, we are done, guys. We have answered all 20 questions. Did it say what you needed for a pass? Oh, no, I'm not quite too sure. I must have missed that. So I don't know what you need for a pass or for a fail. Okay. All right, let's just press submit and see how we go. You passed. Your score was 85%. 17 correct answers out of 20. No way. Okay. All right. Let's just have a look and see. I really can't believe it. Let's just say that I might have jagged. Jagged is like, winged or guessed a few of these because I just can't see how I would have got 85%. All right, okay. I was pretty certain on the first one. Not pretty certain. Governor General. Yeah, all right. 2006. I do remember Marjorie Turner Bailey from a Heritage Minutes episode. When did English settlement begin in Canada? Yeah, I'm pretty sure I said, guys, if I get that one right, that I totally guessed that one. So yeah, we have a guess with that one. Who established the first European settlement? Yeah, I'm pretty sure with that one, guys. I was just umming and ahhing between the French and the English. I really, really was not quite too sure about that one either. Well, hold on. Have a look at this, would you? This is quite interesting. So, the French were the first Europeans to settle in Canada, right? But the British Parliament passed laws in 1774. So even though the French were the first to settle there, it looks like the British were running the show by the 1700s. All right. Okay. All right, here we go. Here's some incorrect ones. Okay. Number 8. Which act granted to the Canadas, is that right, for the first time, legislative assemblies elected by the people? I really had no idea. I just matched the two words together and hoped for the best. The answer was the Constitutional Act. Okay. All right. Incorrect. Here's another one. Oh, okay. All right, Lieutenant Colonel. Like I said, I was only really sure that I knew one Lieutenant Colonel, well, one Colonel for sure, and that was Colonel Sanders. It made me think about maybe the Lieutenant Colonel Peter Cosgroves of Australia. He might even be our Governor General. I'm not quite too sure. I should check that out, eh? Who is the Governor General of Australia? Who is the Governor? Okay, no. The Governor General of Australia is David Hurley. Okay, all right. It's not Peter Cosgrove then, sorry. Okay, all right. When did the British Parliament abolish slavery? All right, we got that one right. Cool. Question 10. All right, here we go. I was really umming and ahhing about this one, hey, because it didn't make sense to me that one of the three fathers of the Confederation would also be your first Prime Minister. I don't really know how all that sort of stuff works. You know, I threw him in there anyway. I know I didn't. That's right. I just didn't think that he'd be a father of the Confederation and the Prime Minister. But turns out he was. There you go. All right. Okay. All right. See, here's some logic in number 12. Again, I matched the words and it worked. All right, well, that's pretty good. Okay, I knew this one. I was pretty confident that Sir John, that's what the A stands for, Alexander. Okay, I was pretty confident that he was on the $10 bill, your first Prime Minister and all. Okay. Oh, no way. The Canada and Quebec pension plan. All right, so I thought it might have been some Trudeau sort of thing, some Pierre Trudeau sort of thing in the 60s or the 70s. Like, I totally guessed between 1970 and 1965. I said that. That was a total guess. Okay. Yeah, I was pretty confident on 16. There's a video coming soon where this term was used, an International Association of French-Speaking Countries. So, yeah. Terry Fox, 100%. Was certain on that one. I think it's so cool that he's on the citizenship test. Well done, Canada. That's awesome. That's a really cool honour, man. That's really, really cool. Okay, so this is similar to Australia. What are the responsibilities of the federal government? Matters of national and international concerns. Mate, you also need to throw in cost of living, taxes, interest rates, healthcare. You should be looking after that too. Instead, in our country, they sort of palm that stuff off to state leaders. It should be a whole federal thing. Anyway, okay, let's keep on going. Number 20. Where do the majority of Canadians live? In the cities. Yep. All right. So there you go. There you go. There you have it. AussieTash passed. I don't think I'd do that well in an Australian citizenship test. There's no way. All right. Like I said, I've been playing GeoGuessr a lot too. Going to practice up on that because we're going to do a live stream of that next week. That was the video for today. If you enjoyed it, please jump on, smash the like button, leave a comment, and of course, remember to subscribe. That really helps me out. Also, guys, jump on, take the citizenship test. Let me know how you go. Cheers from down under. Take care. Bye.